Hi there, I'm Emily Warren. I'm a doctor of physical therapy and I specialize in therapeutic yoga in rehab and wellness. And today I want to share with you a short practice that helps alleviate back pain and also promote optimal stability and mobility within the spine. So all you need is a mat and a couple blocks, and if you don't have that, just join anyway. So you can also use just like a little towel roll or a pillow or something soft. So you don't have to have all the yogi stuff. So let's go ahead and get started. Grab a block if you have it. I'm going to place it underneath my sit bones, my pelvis. Width, it's going the wide side along the pelvis, and then legs by your block, and then hands on your thighs, and then go ahead and just close your eyes and just draw awareness to your breath, building on what we worked on last week with our pranayama practice. Sit tall from the sit bones to the head, and place your hand between your navel and your pubic bone. And on your next exhale, just pull the belly in, back, and up. Inhale, relax. Exhale, pull the pit of the abdomen in, back, and up. And relax. Just reminding ourselves that we want to engage the pit of the abdomen with our posture, and engage our breath always with our postures. One more. Exhale, pull the belly in, back, and up. I'm not tilting my pelvis, I'm just remaining tall with natural curves in my spine. You can stay here as long as you like, but just for this video, we'll go ahead and move into cat-cow, which is on all fours. Hands go underneath your shoulders and knees underneath your hips. And here, what I want you to do on your next exhale, we're going to round the spine. Pull the belly in and round the spine from your sit bones all the way up to your head. And then on the inhale, you're tilting your pelvis forward, letting your belly drop, chest drops, throat goes up. Okay, so you're just alternating between the two. I want you to think about length from the head to the sacrum. So you're not just curling, but you're creating length there. And I'm pushing through my hands and my shins as I go up and arch my back. Exhale. I usually start from the pelvis, so whenever I inhale, I like to start from the pelvis and think of your spine like a slinky. You're wanting the whole spine to move and not just hinging at one point, okay? If you have low back pain, sit back a little bit where your hips are behind your knees, and as you exhale, you're going to curl the back and really focus on stretching this area right in here, your lumbar spine area, flexing forward. So you can sit back and focus more on that area if you'd like, or just stay in the normal position. Okay, no crunching in the neck. The neck is the last to go, okay? So you can stay here as long as you want and as long as it feels good for you. I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the next one. Next one, we're just gonna add a little bit of a twist to that for some thoracic mobilization. You're gonna take your right hand out to the side, left hand goes out as well. My left hand is in line with my right shoulder. I'm going to actually sit back just a little bit, pull the belly in towards your spine. I'm going to put my forearm down on the mat. And then you can do it either way too. You can have it up on the mat or kind of out to the side. That feels a little more natural for some. So pull the belly in towards your spine, and then you're going to rotate. And then open the shoulder if you want. You can even look up towards the ceiling, or just gaze down at the floor. Whatever is less stressful for your neck, and whatever feels best. You're maintaining your breath. You're keeping your belly pulled in to create the stability at the low back. And then you're twisting from the thoracic spine mainly. So, one more breath. Come out of it. And then we'll switch sides. Left arm goes out, right arm comes in line with my left shoulder. I'm going to sit back just a little bit. Forearm down, pull the belly in towards the spine, and then rotate from the thoracic spine. Really open up and breathe. Belly in and twisting. Just focus on the breath. About 3 rounds here, 3 rounds of breath. And then good, come out of it slowly. All right, feel free to spend as much time on that as you want. I'm going to go ahead and move into, let's go ahead and do Cobra actually. So Cobra, you're going to come down onto your belly on the mat. And then, big thing here, I want all toes on the mat. I'm not rotating to where my heels are turning in. I want all toes on the mat and even favoring the pinky toes a little bit to where I'm internally rotating. If you have back pain, keep your feet wider. Don't bring your feet together. Low back pain, I want your feet wide. Okay? Hands go underneath your shoulders, just a little bit farther down than your shoulders. My elbows are in towards my side, towards my chest. And on your next exhale, I want you to push up, but think about pulling the mat towards you, like down, okay? Drawing the mat towards you, and you're coming up. And then come back down. All 5 toes on the mat. So here what I want to do is create even more length, a sensation of length for you. Lift your right leg up in the air, pull it away from you, back down. Left leg up in the air, pull it away from you, and then come back down. Then on your next exhale, push into the mat, elbows by your side. And think about absorbing your entire spine into your chest. Okay, and then come back down. We're not going to stay here for long. We'll do a couple more of these just for the video, but do these as much that feels good for you. So, next one, right leg goes up, out, and down. Left leg up, out, and down. My pinky toes are on the mat. I push up with my hands and using my back muscles. And I'm not hinging at one point. I'm trying not to just do it at my low back. I want my thoracic spine to extend. And if you need to point your chin down and look at the floor for less stress on your neck, do that. And then come down. You can rest your chin or cheek on the mat. And we'll try one more. So create length. Let's lift the right leg up, out, and down. Left leg up, out, and down. Pinky toes are on the mat. And spread wide if I have back pain. And then push into the mat and absorb the spine into your body. And then come back down gently. And take a breather there. Notice any sensations or any differences in your body. And then we're going to move up onto all fours again. And we will go into down dog or downward facing dog, which is an advanced pose for a lot of people. So if this is difficult for you, I just want you to stay in the beginning posture, which is down dog prep. And this was from Ginger Gardner's training that I did. She really focused on down dog prep before going into downward facing dog because it's great for stability. So what you're going to do, hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. You're going to curl the toes. For downward dog prep, you're just lifting the knees in the air. I should say that you're going to have a natural curve in the back, okay? Don't flatten it like this, curling under, and don't hang. Just try and find a natural curve. And then you're going to lift your knees in the air about an inch. And I'm really engaging my shoulders, my hips, my quads, everything. And you want to keep breathing like I'm talking and I'm doing this. Just keep breathing and just notice all the work that has to go into that. Come out of it. And if down dog is too much, just stay here and work on this for your stability. We'll do one more together. Toes curl, push into the floor, lift your knees off the mat an inch. My shoulder blades spread wide. My belly is in and I'm breathing. So stay here for maybe 3 rounds of breath. Start there. And then come out of it. You can sit back into child's pose if you want. This isn't child's pose, I'm just kind of coming back onto my heels. And then we're going to go into down dog. So with this down dog, downward facing dog, I want you to put the block between your thighs if you tend to have low back pain. And then here, walk your hands out, maybe a hand's length more. Curl the toes. And as you go up, I want you to think about length from the fingertips to your sit bones. This is the first down dog of the day, so I'm not going to straighten my knees. I don't think I could do that if I wanted to. But my ears are in line with my forearms. I'm spreading my shoulders wide on my back. And I'm creating length from my fingernails all the way to my sacrum, my sit bones. And my sit bones are angled up in the air. And here, I don't want you to focus on straightening the knees. What I want you to focus on is bringing the inner thighs back. Okay? Inner thighs back, squeezing the block for that internal rotation to create more space in your spine. One more breath. We'll come out of it. Sit back into child's pose if you want to. You can get rid of the block, sit back. And hand or forehead to the mat. Take a breath or two. And then we'll do one more together, okay? Block between the thighs, if you want. Hands go out a little bit. Curl the toes, and then go up. Sit bones angled up. Create length from the fingertips to the sit bones. As you can tell, I'm pretty stiff. My hamstrings are well used, and so I'm not forcing this. But as you practice more and more, you can work on straightening the knees as much as comfortable. But for this practice, I want you to focus on squeezing the block and rotating the inner thighs back and just maintaining length in the spine. And open the hamstrings as much as you want, as much as you can tolerate. And I'm pulling the belly in, relaxing on the inhale, engaging again on the exhale. And then you can come out of it when you're ready. Come into child's pose. And if you can't get back onto your heels, put a blanket, bolster, pillow, anything underneath. Spread the knees wide if you want to. And then forehead goes to the mat. And breathe and enjoy. And if you want to, you can take your hands down to your heels. I have too much hair. Hands down to your heels. And rest there. I love this one for a counter stretch. Counter pose. Breathing into the back body. Then after you're done with that, stay there as long as you want. You can come out of it. Come back into your starting position, into hero's pose or Virasana, and just notice any changes, any differences from the beginning of your practice till now, just with doing a few different postures. You can always bring your hands to heart center if you like. Deep breath in and out. Namaste. Thank you for joining me for this practice. I hope it's helpful for you, and feel free to modify as you see fit. So until next week.